Hello everybody, welcome to iExamB's Legal Beat. This is Amrita, your law faculty here at iExam. Embrace the iExam learning experience with us. In case of any queries relating to competitive exam preparation, you can reach out to us anytime on hello@iexamb.com via email. You can also call us on 9205524028 and visit our website www.iexamb.com. आप इस वीडियो के कमेंट सेक्शन में भी अपनी क्वेरीज पोस्ट कर सकते हैं. वी विल ट्राई टू रीच आउट टू यू एज सुन एज पॉसिबल. एंड लीगल भी एग्जामी का एक्सक्लूसिव लॉ चैनल है, सो इसे सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें. मैंने वीडियो सीरीज स्टार्ट किया है स्पेसिफिकली फॉर सेबी ग्रेड ए लीगल ऑफिसर एग्जामिनेशन. दिस विल डेफिनेटली हेल्प यू अ लॉट इन योर प्रिपरेशन फॉर दिस एग्जाम. This is based on the previous year paper of 2023 MCQ series that I have started. In this video today, I will be concluding the series. Phase 2, I have started in previous 2 videos in which I have covered the first 50 MCQs of the second phase. In this, I will be completing the remaining 20 MCQs and now I will be concluding it in this video. Before we go ahead, let us not forget the contribution of iExamB in SEBI grade A legal officers, those who have been appointed. I would like to congratulate all of them. 12 out of 25 are iExamB students, and also iExamB has been a facilitator in the students in helping the students achieve their dreams from 2020 onwards, has been a facilitator in the contributions and in the selections of SEBI grade A legal officers. This is the online course that is available. As you can see over here, the various features of this course: live sessions, notes, descriptive questions, MCQ booklets as well, practice tests, chapter tests, interview guidance, short and crisp videos for conceptual clarity, and a lot more. You can also download our app for checking out the mock tests which you can earn over here at iExamB. 2400 plus mock tests are available. Going ahead with the 51st question, which act deals with the provisions relating to prevention of undesirable transactions in securities by regulating the business of dealing therein? SEBI Act, SCRA, Companies Act, Depositories Act, all A and D. Correct answer is B, SCRA. It is the direct objective of SCRA Act only that has been asked in the question. ऑब्जेक्टिव इस तरीके का अगर क्वेश्चन आता है तो डेफिनेटली काफ़ी ईजी हो जाता है आंसर करने के लिए. According to Companies Act, the registrar or inspector shall return the books and papers seized as soon as may be and in any case to the company from whom custody or power such books or paper were seized. So the fill in the blanks is relating to the time period: not later than 30 days after such seizure, not later than 100 days after such seizure, not later than 120th day after seizure, 180th day after such seizure, with such time period as the inspector may decide in his discretion. Correct answer is D, not later than 180 days after the date of such seizure as per section 209 of Companies Act. And yes, however, the books and papers may again be called by the registrar or inspector for a further period of 180 days. Total duration of sandbox testing shall be dash and extendable upon request of the applicant duly approved by SEBI for a maximum of 12 days, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 12 months, minimum of 12 months. Do note that the option E is having minimum. Maximum difference also has been kept in the options. So you have to be very clear with the actual concept. Correct answer is D, maximum of 12 months. This is picked from Securities and Exchange Board of India Depositories and Participants Regulation 2018, Regulation number 193A. Which section of SCRA Act deals with the provisions of title to dividends? Section 27, 28, 29, 30, 33. Direct section based question है ये. Section 27 deals with title to dividends, an important concept from SCRA. I would suggest all of you to not just stick on the type of questions. जैसे कि अभी section पूछ लिया, next time आपको conceptually question भी पूछ सकते हैं. So you mark the areas from where questions have come as important for your studies. That will definitely help you a lot. The bylaws under Section 9 of SCRA Act provides that opening and closing of markets and regulation of the hours of trade, clearinghouse for the periodical settlement of contracts and differences thereunder, delivery of and payment of securities, passing or delivery of orders, and the regulation and maintenance of such clearinghouse, submission to the SEBI by the clearinghouse as soon as may be after each periodical settlement of all or any of the following particulars as the SEBI may from time to time require, namely the total number of category of security carried over from one settlement period to another, all A, B and C, both A and B. Correct answer is D, all A, B and C. Section 9, power of recognized stock exchanges to make bylaws. So as per that, all the three are the correct options, A, B as well as C. Section 4 of SCRA lays down regulation provisions relating to clearing corporation, additional trading flow, grant of recognition to stock exchanges, corporatization and demutualization of stock exchanges, annual reports to be furnished to the central government by stock exchanges. Correct answer is C, grant of recognition to stock exchanges as per section 4. Section 4 has been given in the question itself. Next, the dash bin delist the securities after recording the reasons therefore from any recognized stock exchange on any of the grounds as may be prescribed under the SCRA, SEBI, RBI, SAT, central government, recognized stock exchange. Who may delist the securities? Correct answer is E, recognized stock exchange. Section 21A deals with delisting of securities. 58th question. A dash shall be deemed to be the registered owner for the purposes of effecting transfer of ownership of security on behalf of beneficial owner as per the Depositories Act. Depository, SEBI, SAT, central government, recognized stock exchange. Correct answer is A, depository. Section 10 deals with the rights of depositories and beneficial owner. According to Depository Act, any loss caused to the beneficial owner due to negligence of the depository or the participant, the depository shall indemnify such owner, depository shall indemnify participants, shall indemnify such beneficial owner, either A or B or C, B or C. Correct answer is C, depository shall indemnify such beneficial owner. Section 16, depositories to indemnify loss in certain cases. 60th question. Shareholder director means the director who represents the interest of shareholders and elected or nominated by such shareholders, dash as per the Securities and Exchange Board of India Depositories and Participants Regulations, who are depository participants, who are not depository participants or their associates, who are not depository participants and their associates and agents, who are not depository participants or their associates and agents, who are depository participants or their associates and agent. Now you can see there are slight differences even of and or in the options. So you have to be very clear and very sure about the answer because negative marking भी होती है. So थोड़ा securities law के बारे में आपको particular होना होगा when you are studying these topics. Correct answer is D, who are not depository participants or their associates and agents. As per regulation number 12P, shareholder director means a director who represents the interests of shareholders and elected or nominated by such shareholders who are not depository participants or their associates and agents. 61. Dash is a process by which a private member-owned company such as a corporate or a mutual life insurance company legally changes its structure in order to become a public traded company owned by the shareholders. Demutualization, corporatization, reconstruction, privatization, restructuring. So which of the following is the correct name of that process that has been asked? Correct answer is demutualization. Securities Contracts Regulation Act Section 2 definitions deals with this. Definition AB deals with the concept of demutualization. Who has the power to adjudicate as per Section 19H of the Depositories Act? SEBI, controlling officer, adjudicating officer, central government, Securities Appellate Tribunal, that is SAT. So who is having that power as per 19H of Depositories Act? Very easy answer, adjudicating officer. Option C is correct. Section 19H deals with power to adjudicate. In that clause number 2 you can see, while holding an inquiry, adjudicating officer shall have the power to summon and enforce the attendance of any person acquainted with the facts and circumstances of the case, so on. According to Depositories Act, no depository shall act as a depository unless it obtains a certificate of commencement of business from the dash. So who is going to give that certificate of commencement of business to a depository? Very logical, and I would say a very conceptual and a very expected question from Depositories Act this is. The correct answer is A, SEBI. Of course, section 3 deals with this concept, and this is going to be given by none other than the Securities Exchange Board of India. 64, as laid down under SEBI prohibition of insider trading regulations, no insider shall trade on securities that are listed or proposed to be listed on a stock exchange when in possession of dash unpublished price information, published price information, unpublished price information, published price sensitive information, unpublished price sensitive information. Correct answer is E, unpublished price sensitive information. Trading when in possession of unpublished price sensitive information. Which schedule of the Securities and Exchange Board of India prohibition of insider trading regulations deals with the principles of fair disclosure for purposes of code of practices and procedures for fair disclosure of unpublished price sensitive information? A, B, C, D, I. So they have asked you directly the schedule number, or we can say the schedule alphabet. Correct answer over here is A, schedule, principles of fair disclosure for purposes of code of practices and procedures for fair disclosure of unpublished price sensitive information. ये काफ़ी क्रक्स है इस पर्टिकुलर सब्जेक्ट का. फेज़ 2 में हम ये एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं कि इतने डिटेल्ड क्वेश्चंस आए, एंड जो क्रक्स एरियाज़ हैं, जो स्पेशल लॉज है, वहाँ से हम एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं. सो वी हैव टू गो इनटू दैट मच डिटेल ऑफ द इम्पॉर्टेंट concepts. According to Securities and Exchange Board of India Depositories and Participants Regulations, a public interest director on the board of a depository shall not act simultaneously as director on the board of its subsidiary, shall not act simultaneously as director on the board of any other depository or recognized stock exchange, shall not act simultaneously as director on the board of subsidiary of any other depository or recognized clearing corporation, shall act simultaneously as director on the board of its subsidiary or on the board of any other depository or recognized clearing corporation or on the board of recognized clearing corporation. Shall not act simultaneously as director on the board of its subsidiary or on the board of any other depository or recognized stock exchange, recognized clearing corporation, or on the board of subsidiary of such other depository or recognized stock exchange or recognized clearing corporation. The options have been changed somehow. Some words have been changed. Correct answer over here is option E, shall not act simultaneously as director on the board of its subsidiary or on the board of any other depository or recognized stock exchange or recognized clearing corporation, board of subsidiary. All these things have been added in this particular point, and that is the correct one. Cannot act simultaneously as director on the boards of all these bodies. So this is something which is simple to remember. We can just remember that all these are there. Regulation number 25 talks about this. 67th question. That dash means an independent director representing the interests of investors in securities market and who is not having any association directly or indirectly which in the opinion of the board is in conflict with his role under the Securities and Exchange Board of India Depositories and Participants Regulations. Director, associate director, interested director, public interest director, private interest director. So who amongst the following is such kind of a director has been asked over here. Correct answer is C, public interest director. Regulation number 2 deals with the definitions. M deals with public interest director. That person is an independent director representing the interests of investors in securities market and who is not having any association directly or indirectly, which in the opinion of the board is in conflict with his role. According to securities contracts, regulations, stock exchanges and clearing corporations regulations, the board may, on being satisfied with the capability of the applicant to comply with the conditions laid down in this regulation, grant in principle approval to the applicant, which shall be valid for a period of 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 7 years, 120 days. So the correct answer over here is 1 year. Regulation number 7 deals with consideration of grant of recognition. Period is shall be valid for a period of 1 year. Direct question है. based on time period. 69th question. Securities contracts regulation appeal to Securities Appellate Tribunal rules provide that every memorandum of appeal shall be in 5 copies accompanied with copies of order, 5 copies accompanied with copies of order, at least one of which shall be a certified copy against which the appeal is filed, 2 copies accompanied with copies of order, at least one of which shall be a certified copy against which the appeal is filed, 10 copies accompanied with copies of order, at least one of which shall be a certified copy against which the appeal is filed. SAT, appeal, all these are very important concepts, especially the appeal, so you can also be prepared with the rules of that what is the actual rule for filing appeal also. Correct answer is C, in 5 copies accompanied with copies of order, at least one of which shall be a certified copy against which the appeal is filed. Though this is covered in Regulation 11, you might have read also, but this is also something which you can remember easily based on simple common sense logic also. Last question for today's video and also the end of phase 2 paper 2. Investigating authority shall have the power to keep in his custody any books, registers, other documents and record produced under this regulation for a maximum period of dash under the Securities and Exchange Board of India prohibition of fraudulent and unfair trade practices relating to securities market regulations. So again, the maximum period of 30 days, 45 days, 6 months, 3 months, 90 days. डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन है पीरियड से रिलेटेड. ये टाइम पीरियड से रिलेटेड क्वेश्चंस हम कई बार एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं. These are commonly asked. Correct answer over here is 6 months. Regulation number 6 talks about it, powers of investigating authority. So he can keep in his custody any books, registers, other documents and record. He can keep that in his custody regulation under this regulation for a maximum period of 6 months. Investigating authority can do that. This was all. In case of any queries, you can reach out to us by any of the modes that I mentioned. Comment section में directly लिख लीजिए. आप बाकी के भी videos इस series के checkout कर लीजिएगा. We have also attached the paper, the memory based paper of 2023 for both the phases 1 and 2 along with these videos. So you can check it out. You can also solve it. कोई भी queries हो, reach out to us and prepare 50% faster with us at our exam.